Wait, don't be scared. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Didn't mean to scare you. Come right back. You're perfectly safe here in the Library of Horror Hotel, where it's time once again. All you mask collectors and monster lovers and horror movie watchers, it's time once again for Creepy Cheapies with Dr. Lady. I'm Clyde Crash Cup, and this week's Creepy Cheapie, which is to say, well-made, affordably priced, nice quality Halloween mask, is, can you guess? I'll bet you can probably guess, so I'll go ahead and tell you. It's Anubis. And if you had one before, that might have been an oldibus, but this is Anubis. Actually, it's not all that new because it came out in the 2017-2018 season in kind of limited numbers, and as of late 2019, it had already been dropped from a number of websites and may be a little hard to find. However, if you do some searches online for it, you should still be able to find one, hopefully at a fairly reasonable price. This sold for the very reasonable price of around $40-45. Wow. Now, it may cost you more than that now, but at one time these were available for a neighborhood of $40, which is a steal when you consider, okay, it's not steel, it's latex. Are we clear on that? All right. When you consider what a great mask it is. Now, if you didn't already know, Anubis is, of course, the ancient Egyptian god of the underworld, or the ancient Egyptian god of the dead. He'll settle for either title. And as such, mind your P's and Q's around Anubis. He might be able to send you to, you know, some sort of terrible afterlife. Like, you know, having to watch reality TV for 5,000 years or something like that if you displease him too greatly. Anyway, the 2017-2018 Anubis mask was from the folks at Ghoulish Productions. That's right. Where did they make this mask? Ghoulish Productions. Yeah! Ha ha ha! And don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. Now, this is a beautifully sculpted thing, and I don't know what this looks like on your monitor, but hopefully you'll be able to tell. It's got a very unusual and unique, very creative and artfully designed paint job consisting mainly of metallic paints. So this isn't just a gold color. This actually has sort of a golden look to the paint, and I'm hoping they used a type of gold pigment that doesn't eat latex. This is a couple of years old and it isn't rotting yet, falling apart, so I'm assuming they knew what they were doing and they didn't use one of the many gold pigments that will actually eat latex. Okay, I hope that's not the case. I don't think it is, because I think this one would already be deteriorating by now if that were the case, but he's painted with a sort of copper. Okay, that might look like brown on your monitor, but it's actually kind of a metallic copper, which not only makes him look like he has a very oily, lifelike, strange, inhuman kind of complexion going on, it also gives him the look of sculptural artifacts that might be found in an Egyptian tomb. So it kind of it's really a work of art, and they have done such a masterful job of combining realistic, organic-looking anatomy of an animal-type face with the look of Egyptian sculpture. They've done a masterful job of blending those things, I think. So this is a big winner at my chicken dinner, and as you can see on the back, it does have the Ghoulish Productions logo, which is not on all of their masks, but it's on some of them. Can you see that? Can you see right there? We have the little cartoon skull with flames coming off of it. That, of course, is the Ghoulish Productions logo. Again, not on all of their masks, but on a great many of them. Now, I have not done anything to this guy. I have not enhanced him or worked on him. Okay, it was painted this nicely with these beautifully chosen, carefully selected colors that really do reflect the look of ancient Egyptian art. They've been painted with nice detailing here, the blue and the gold, and interestingly, his teeth and inner palate and tongue look fairly realistic and are nice natural looking colors. His teeth even have kind of a tartar stained look, like well, like you'd expect a dog type of guy to have. And he has pretty realistic looking spooky eyes in there, which is nice because if you don't want to wear it and you just want to have it on display in the haunted house or your library, for example, and you just happen to be a fan of Egyptian art and history, he looks alive. He looks like he's watching over things, and he's a good sentry. Yep, he's way better than the average watchdog that you could get. And look at the depth. The teeth have the nice three-dimensional depth to them. The little cobra, the snake on top, I'm assuming you got a good look at that in the close-up about a minute and a half ago. Pretty nice, pretty nice. The only thing I did to him, I said I didn't do anything, but I just remembered I did do one thing. One of these ears was kind of smashed in the package because it had been in the bag for a while, and the ear was sort of crimped and folded down. So I stuffed it. I stuffed the ear on the inside with crumpled up a grocery bag like you get at Malwart or Kroger's or someplace like that. Carefully stuffed it up in there just so to hold the ear into shape, and it looks fine now. But there was that one problem, and I guess you're going to have that with masks that have large protuberances involved, or ears for that matter. And Anubis was, of course, the jackal-headed god, which means that he's where we get jack-o'-lanterns. You get it? Jackal. Okay. Yeah. He says not to encourage me. It wasn't that funny. What would you do with him in your haunted house or your display? Well, I think it'd be really cool to make a mannequin and put a mannequin of him, that is, paint it kind of in this style. Maybe put some Egyptian costuming on it like that. I can't think of the word for it. The skirt type of thing, and the arm guards, the gauntlets and so forth, paint it gold and dark and copper like this, and make a statue of Anubis, wow, which would be amazing in your mummy's tomb type scene, or your library. Or if you're going to wear it, well, if you're going to wear it, you should probably be like a bodybuilder kind of person, like a guy with big muscles, because that's what Anubis would look like, you know. A healthy, well-built male, I think, is what Anubis would look like, physique-wise, okay? And the other thing you could do at Halloween is put him in your haunted house next to your Don Post Mr. Hyde mask and have Jekyll and Hyde. Don't laugh. No, that wasn't funny either. We'll cut that out before they see it, Anubis. Anyway, Anubis, Ghoulish Productions, 2017-2018. Really cool.